It all started with just one smile. One quiet moment that wasn't meant to be noticed, yet somehow became the moment everyone is talking about. Lee Min-ho and Kim Go-eun have always had a way of drawing attention, even when they aren't trying. Together, they carry a presence that feels both magnetic and impossible to ignore. But what happened recently was not just about stardom, not just about fame. This was about something far more personal. The cameras were rolling, the stage lights were bright, and the atmosphere buzzed with excitement. But in that very moment, as the flashes clicked and the fans cheered, Lee Min-ho turned toward Kim Go-eun. She looked up at him at the exact same time. And then it happened. That smile. Not the practiced smile of two seasoned actors. Not the polite smile given to crowds or cameras. No, this one was different. This was private, soft, a smile shared only between them, as if no one else existed in that room. Fans immediately knew it. Social media exploded with replay after replay of the clip. Some slowed it down to catch the exact second his eyes softened. Others zoomed in on her reaction. And almost everyone agreed. This wasn't acting. It was real. The way Lee Min-ho's lips curved just slightly, not for the cameras but for her. The way Kim Go-eun's face lit up, her eyes glimmering as though she had just heard the sweetest secret whispered only to her. Together, in that single glance, they spoke an entire language without words. And the internet couldn't handle it. Thousands of fans left comments, saying things like, "This smile says more than 100 interviews ever could." Others wrote, "You can't fake this. This is love." And perhaps the most telling reactions were the quiet ones. Those who simply watched the clip again and again, unable to look away. Because deep down, everyone knew. You don't smile at someone like that unless they mean everything to you. As the video spread, some fans even described the moment as cinematic, as if they were watching a drama unfold in real life. And maybe that's what makes Lee Min-ho and Kim Go-eun so fascinating, because no matter how much we've seen them act on screen, when moments like these appear, we're reminded that the line between real and real can be thinner than we think. But what was it that made this smile so unforgettable? Perhaps it was the timing. They weren't alone, and yet they managed to carve out a moment of intimacy in a crowded space. Perhaps it was the way both their expressions softened, as though the world had fallen away and it was just the two of them. Or perhaps it was simply because we all longed to see genuine affection, and here it was right before our eyes. The more people watched, the more details emerged. Fans noticed how Lee Min-ho leaned ever so slightly closer to her, almost instinctively. They noticed how Kim Go-eun's shoulders relaxed, as if she felt completely safe next to him. And in that tiny span of seconds, their chemistry, so often talked about, felt undeniable. It was not a grand gesture, not an announcement, not a headline-making statement, just a smile. And yet, somehow, it became one of the most talked-about moments between them in recent memory. Some fans have called it a turning point. They believe this was the moment when everything changed, when they stopped being just co-stars in the eyes of the public and became something more. Others, more cautious, argue that maybe it was simply two friends sharing a laugh. But even those voices admit there was something different about this one. Because let's be honest, smiles don't lie. When Lee Min-ho smiled at Kim Go-eun, his entire expression softened. His eyes didn't just glance at her, they lingered. His body leaned toward her in a way that seemed unconscious, unplanned. It was as if his entire being wanted to close the distance between them, even if just by an inch. And Kim Go-eun's response? It wasn't just polite acknowledgement. It was warmth, almost like a light that had been waiting for him to notice. Her smile wasn't forced. It was glowing, alive, and filled with something deeper than words could ever capture. It was the kind of smile you give only to someone who makes your heart feel at home. The internet, of course, ran wild with theories. Some fans speculated that the smile was proof they were already together. Others suggested that it was a subtle confirmation of the bond that had been quietly growing between them all these years. And then there were those who simply celebrated the moment for what it was. Two people sharing genuine joy. Clips of the smile began circulating with captions like, "The smile that broke the internet," and "This is the proof we've been waiting for." Others set the clip to soft background music, turning it into a scene that looked straight out of a romance film. The truth? We may never know what exactly passed between them in that moment. But maybe that's what makes it so powerful. Because sometimes, the most unforgettable things in life are the ones that don't need explaining. Let's not forget, this isn't the first time Lee Min-ho and Kim Go-eun have caught attention for their chemistry. From interviews to behind-the-scenes clips, fans have always been quick to point out the little details. The way he looks at her when she speaks, the way she laughs more easily when he's around, the comfort they seem to share. But this smile was different, because it wasn't part of a scene. It wasn't scripted. It wasn't designed for the camera. It was real, and that's what makes it so unforgettable. Some fans have even said that watching the clip gave them hope in their own lives. Hope that love like this still exists, that genuine connections can still be felt even in the most public, spotlight-filled moments. Because if two people can share something so intimate while standing in front of thousands, then maybe, just maybe, love can truly be found anywhere. Others admitted they cried watching it, not because anything sad happened, but because it reminded them of the beauty of love itself. The way a simple smile, a simple glance, can speak volumes more than any grand gesture. It was pure, it was simple, and it was powerful. In the days since, the clip hasn't slowed down. More edits, more reactions, more conversations. Some even call it one of the most romantic, unscripted moments in celebrity history. And perhaps that's the real magic here. Because at the heart of it all, Lee Min-ho and Kim Go-eun didn't just share a smile. They reminded us of something universal. That love doesn't always need to be shouted from rooftops or announced in headlines. Sometimes, it's enough for love to be quiet, subtle, a glance, a smile. And that's what makes this moment so powerful. Because when you look at that smile, when you see the way their eyes meet, the way their expressions soften, you can't help but feel it too. That spark, that tenderness, that undeniable connection is why fans can't stop rewatching. Why the internet won't let the clip fade. Because deep down, everyone knows this isn't just about two celebrities. This is about something bigger. It's about love itself. And sometimes, all it takes is one private smile to make the whole world believe in it again.